The original Bill of Rights consisted of the first 10 amendments to the Constitution and was put into effect on December 15, 1791, when Virginia became the 11th state to ratify the amendments. Many people consider the First Amendment to be the most important. Its 4 provisions protecting freedom of religion, speech, the press, and the right of citizens to assemble and petition the government are considered vital to a representative form of government.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. First Amendment, U.S. Constitution.
The Second Amendment has stirred a great deal of controversy over the course of U.S. history. It reads,
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Second Amendment, U.S. Constitution.
This ambiguous wording has led some people to believe that only members of an official militia, such as the National Guard, have the right to bear arms. Others argue that the amendment gives private citizens the right to own firearms. The Third Amendment states the government cannot force citizens to house and feed its troops during peacetime. Privacy rights are the focus of the Fourth Amendment, which protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures, and requires search warrants to be based on probable cause. The Fifth Amendment also protects citizens' rights in crime-related matters by giving defendants the right to a grand jury indictment, and prohibits a defendant from being tried twice for the same crime. And because this amendment prevents a defendant from having to testify against his or herself, it is common for defendants to plead the Fifth. The Sixth Amendment guarantees citizens the right to a speedy public trial by an impartial local jury. It also states the defendant must be informed of the charges against him, and guarantees his or her right to confront his accusers, to subpoena witnesses to testify on his behalf, and to have the assistance of an attorney. The Seventh Amendment provides the right of trial by jury in civil cases. The Eighth Amendment opens up the possibility for a defendant to be released on bail pending trial, and requires that that bail not be excessive. This, however, does not guarantee the right to bail. The purpose of bail is to ensure a defendant appears at trial, and is based on the principle that a person is innocent until proven guilty. The amendment also prohibits excessive fines as punishment, and forbids cruel and unusual punishment. The Ninth Amendment states that the rights listed in the Bill of Rights are not the only rights that citizens have.
The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Ninth Amendment, U.S. Constitution.
This amendment has repeatedly created controversy when used by the Supreme Court to expand individual rights, as it did in its Roe v. Wade decision, which established abortion rights. The Tenth Amendment, sometimes called the States' Rights Amendment, limits the powers of the national government, thereby protecting individual rights. It also gives the states all powers not specifically reserved for the federal government or prohibited by the Constitution.